So both batsmen on the way. 2 to Grant Flower. And in these good conditions, even though the scoring perhaps hasn't been as high as we would have anticipated in the opening 2 matches, conditions so good for batting that Zimbabwe here will feel anything under 250, 260 is not going to be sufficient to really challenge India. Smashed away. We go all the way. Saw it up there and hammered it through the covers.
Yes, a good shot from Alistair Campbell. He realises the first 15 overs is absolutely vital. They've got to get him a bit of momentum going. And he's the one who's going to take the initiative from the bowlers. Grant Flower, of course, will play the support role, try and bat all the way through. Not quite to the pitch of it. Bat coming across the line a little bit, but certainly a lot of bat on it.
That's deliberate, no slip, and just guided through. Very clever stroke, certainly in the limited overs form of the game. No slip and deliberately guided down for 4. Good shot.
Well, we'll give him the benefit. I'm not sure he actually knew it was totally convincing. I think he wanted to run it down to third man, which is a favoured one-day shot, but it's come off the edge and it's got 4. But he certainly was intending to get it down in that region. And it's just going back to the wides. It's a real problem for the bowlers, because if they're a little bit wayward on the offside, it's a wide, and if they go down anywhere near the leg side, it's definitely going to be a wide. So, and they can't bowl a short pitch delivery. So batsmen have really got it their own way, knowing the general area in which every ball is going to pitch. And that's why scores of over 250 are so important. Grant Flower, it's a little bit more difficult for him because the ball's running away from him. And Gurkha, he's running the ball away from the right-hander. Yeah.
Lovely shot, good timing. Really didn't hit it hard, but timed it well, and they'll pick up 2 for it. So a long chase for Kumble from mid-off. He'll have a lot of work to do today, Anil Kumble.
Yes, very good shot, well struck on the up. Yes, there's 2 slips there, and Gurkha's looking to run the ball away. Yeah, very good shot from Grant Flower. He'll be pleased with that one. First real shot of authority from him.
Eight runs coming off that over, so after 4, Zimbabwe have 20 without loss. Hit that very hard. Jadeja may just have got a tip of a finger onto it, but it goes for 4. Tremendous effort to pull it down, because he really cracked it, Campbell.
Well, this is a difficulty when you bowl a little bit wide and you give the batsman a bit of chance to swing his irons. Yes, just a little touch on it. I suppose that's what they would call a spectator's chance. He really had no chance of pulling it down. It only just tipped his fingertips. I think he wishes he could have been another 6 inches taller.
Well played. Onto that one quickly. Didn't quite diddle it, but he'll get 2 more. Then look at the fieldsman down there. And they won't go for a 3rd because he has got a good arm.
Didn't quite time it Alistair Campbell, but this is what he will be doing throughout his innings, looking to score rapidly. I think Grant Flower will be concentrating on spending time at the crease, batting through as many overs as possible, giving the strike to the other man. That's what he did yesterday. Grant Flower tried to bat through the innings.
Oh, well done. But I think he's home. He wants to have a look at it, but I don't think that there's a problem here. Although I suppose one should say when they're direct hits, you never know. But my feeling from up here was that Alistair Campbell had got back.
Yes, I think he made it quite safely. Nothing wrong with the umpire calling if he's not absolutely sure, although he should have been sure. Ball actually passed behind Campbell.
So there goes the green light, and so he is safe. And the score 36 for no wicket. That's nice placement. A quicker one that time, and you could see there by the way the batsman had to rush his shot just a little bit. It was a little faster, but he got it away in exactly the right place too, just wide of Mohammad Azruddin.
Jawagal Srinath trying his best not to give Alistair Campbell too much room. Goes round the wicket to him, slanting the ball in towards him. Then when he's bowling to the right-handed Flower, he's back over the wicket. Slightly more attacking field, a slip on the gully.
Well, good shot over the top of the infield, and one bounce for 4. Well, the flowers have been blossoming here over the last couple of days, and Grant has started to get stuck in now.
I think he has decided that it's no point him just spending time at the crease if Alistair Campbell is unable to get the boundaries. And with the slightly more attacking field to Grant Flower, he has decided to try a few shots. Fielders tending to be walking in a bit more instead of staying on the edge.
That's well bowled. That one just nipping back a little bit. 5 runs off that over. It's 41 for none. Oh, he's having a go. That's a very optimistic appeal. And back for the second as well. In comes the throw. Let it go. Oh, what a throw! What a throw! That is unbelievable. The man himself, Ajit Agarkar, is having a wonderful time here in Sharjah. He's let that one go from, it must have been 40 metres. And I don't know whether it hit the middle stump, but it was pretty close.
That was an excellent throw. It bounced a few times before it got down to the stumps, but it was dead on target. Alistair Campbell is the man that's departing, but look at this throw again from Ajit Agarkar. 1, 2 bounces and dead on, and he's a long way out, Alistair Campbell. Zimbabwe have lost their first wicket. It's 44 for 1.
Well, 44 for 1. They were doing so well, the Zimbabweans, and all of a sudden this man came into the action with a throw, not with a delivery or a 6 or anything like that. This is what happened. He got it and he let it go. Watch the fieldsman here let it go. He could have in fact grabbed it. He didn't. He was confident, and oh, that's fantastic. And watch the action here of the player. We're going to stay with him. He throws it, he watches it. Is it going to hit? Is it going to hit? Is it going to... Oh, yes, gotcha. Going down the leg side. They're appealing for everything. These guys lose all their credibility. I mean, that is clearly going down the leg side. We can see that from 100 metres away.
He even appealed for the one that they eventually got the run out for, with the batsman chipping down the wicket.
Yes, there's definitely a case for bowlers not appealing for ridiculous LBWs like that or caught behinds. You've got to really go up when it's close.
This is the run out again. This is how far the batsman got when they had the LBW appeal. Finally, this appeal though is successful. Excellent throw from Ajit Agaka. Right on target. Took a couple of bounces first, but the line was perfect.
That's nice placement.
Desperately trying to get down the crease there, Grand Flower. Anil Kumble is not a very easy bowler to get down the pitch to. He's not really one of those bowlers that gives the ball a lot of air. He's pretty quick through the air.
Oh, he's given him. He's given him. He's a long way down. He's a long way down. I want to have another look at this one. I think that's... you talk about giving the batsman the benefit of the doubt. I wasn't exactly behind the line in so much I'm not behind the umpire, but I want to see what this one looks like.
I think you'll find that the ball has hit him even outside the line of off stump. There's no way that can be out. His pad is outside the line of off stump. So if the ball hits him outside the line of off stump, irrespective of where it's going, he's offering a stroke that cannot be out. Well, he has to go back anyway. It's 47 for 2.
Johnson 1, Goodwin on naught not out, so they've got 2 new batsmen out there now. And it looks as if we're going to see a new bowler as well. Chopra is going to be introduced into the attack. Good time for him to be introduced into the attack as well. 2 new batsmen out there. Now Kumble is going pretty well at the moment. He's having a couple of good days, or so far he's had 2 good days here. And he's bowling pretty well. He's starting to get his form back. That one's off the edge, and it's down to third man for 2. It's just a quick look at Kumble's figures to give you some idea of how well he's gone over the years. Have a look at that, 205 wickets, economy rate just over 4, and an average of 27.37. Well, I suppose that's reasonably acceptable in one-day cricket. What's important, I suppose, is the fact that he's very economical. He's done very well, very consistent. Oh, bowled in, well bowled. That's not a very good shot. Backed away early on, far too far back. So Johnson comprehensively bowled. I think he must have, well, I don't think he picked the line on that one at all well.
I don't think he picked the length very well either. Previous delivery went back to cut. The ball was a bit shorter than this, and he got an outside edge. Well, I think this is much too full for him to be going back. He should have come forward to that. The ball was through him before the bat came down. Well, they lost one which they would argue over, but there's no arguing about this one. Bowled, 49 for 3.
That's a nice shot. It's nicely timed on the offside. Should get a couple of runs for it, Goodwin. He's the man who impressed yesterday in his batting against the Sri Lankans. Played the spinners particularly well, used his feet to good effect, and comes across as a very busy player. So in spite of the fielding restrictions not applying, Azharuddin attacking. You see there Srinath 6 overs for 22, Agarkar giving the same number of runs after 5 overs, and then the spinners doing a good job. Two more runs to Zimbabwe. Mohammad Azharuddin has as many as 7 men in the ring. Just using Kumble's space on that occasion, just wide of Tendulkar. Nicely punched off the back foot. Will again look for two, but this time settle for one.
Certainly looks to be in very good touch. Timing the ball well, looking for runs. Very busy. Come into a difficult situation. Those 3 wickets going in quick succession. But Goodwin has come out here and right off the back foot, free full swing of the bat. Not an easy shot to play. That drive off the back foot through the covers.
Anil Kumble will continue. He's bowled 3 overs for 8 runs and he's picked up a wicket. So the spinners so far have done a good job. 6 overs between them for just 15 runs. And again running for the quick single. But that was a good call by Goodwin, because it was towards Jadeja's left-hand side. That's not his throwing arm.
You've got to know your fielders. It's one of the prime requisites of batting, and he certainly, having played against Jadeja quite often in the last couple of weeks, would have known how good he is on the outfield, but also knows that he's a right-hander. But they've got Jadeja on one side, Robin Singh on the other, in the key positions. 2 of the best fielders in the side.
And this will be 4 runs. He's got that fine of the man at backward point. Eluded the slip as well. Just a little bit of width on that occasion.
Again, that forcing back foot shot. Thick edge, well wide of the slip, and a very thick edge. Anything finer than that, there's a slip in there waiting. And there's also that short leg, so still some pressure here on Andy Flower with those close fielders. He's just looking to break free. They don't want to be bogged down here, even though they've got to build a partnership up. They've still got to be positive.
Yes, the batsman not committing themselves on the front foot to Kumble, because it's very difficult to chip down the track to him. He bowls such a flat trajectory that you can't really come down the track to him. You've got to be playing a waiting game. Tall man, he bowls from a great height. And there you see a very flat trajectory.
Pick up 2 here. Not dissimilar in pace and in style to Chandrasekhar, the great Indian. Well, I suppose we'd call him a leg spinner. Some people call him a fast bowler. I know he bowled bouncers against West Indian batsmen. He was really quick through the air, perhaps somewhat quicker than Kumble, but a great leg spinner. Very similar in style.
Yes, no doubt about that. He was maybe a yard quicker than Kumble, but had a great googly, which really surprised the batsman. So 8 runs coming out of the last 2. A good one for Zimbabwe. 69 for 3.
It's Goodwin now and Andy Flower. We've got to try and maintain this momentum. The run rate's actually dropped back quite a long way to 3.5. In the air, and that's it. He's hit it straight to mid-wicket. Well, that's a big wicket. Goodwin is out. He's the man they wanted to see staying out in the middle for a little bit longer. But, well, seeing the man taking the catch there off the bowling of Chopra. So Goodwin out for 14 of 23 balls, and that's a big blow for Zimbabwe.
Excellent bowling again by Chopra. Goodwin has been trying to use his feet, trying to get to the pitch, and again not succeeding and lofting the ball in the air. Robin Singh taking a very easy catch at mid-wicket. Zimbabwe lose their 4th wicket. It's 7-2 for 4.
Andy Flower on 8. Evans is the new batsman, and he's out there because of that little chip shot. Quite tight bowling. Batsman get a little bit frustrated. He was down the wicket there and chipped it up straight to Robin Singh. And of course, good cricketers don't drop catches like that.
spinners have certainly done an excellent job here for India. And again, we have to say that the fielders certainly have supported them very well. Look at this field placing. 15 overs already gone and still only 2 men outside the circle. Slip in place.
So that is a good over. 1 run and a wicket. It's 73 for 4. Those high cameras help us as well when it comes to showing the field. Just looking at the onside field, there's a man just behind square, another man right in there. There's a mid-wicket fieldsman here and a mid-on fieldsman right there. So that's the onside field. And that one's going down to fine leg, so they're getting themselves 2 here. May even come back for the 3rd. Back it comes. So that's the end of the over. Zimbabwe 79 for 4. So they've been really held back a little bit. Run rate 3.4. Oh, there's that attempt at a reverse sweep. We saw the South Africans play it very well, but they played it hard, didn't they? They tried to smash it. There's a man back on the boundary on the offside there. This is it's really attempted just getting it away nice and fine. I don't think he's practiced it quite as much as Shark Cullis. In the air, oh yes, he's got him. That was off the edge, just lobbed up on the offside. And well, today the Indians aren't dropping anything. That was a pretty straightforward catch. I think frustration more than anything else got Andy Flower out.
Well, he's very disappointed on the floor. But the field on the offside square and on the onside square had been pretty well protected. Not going to find those catches going down too regularly. Not at this level at any rate. Zimbabwe now 80 for 5.
Joshi, with his left arm orthodox spinners continuing. This is his 2nd over. A bit of support for the Indians. He certainly has come well armed. He's got hearts all over the flag, and he's now making sure that it's... Oh, he's bowled him. Oh dear. Well, Evans has decided that he was going to sweep at almost everything, and that was the wrong one to try and sweep. Certainly he had no second line of defence there, and so another Zimbabwean wicket is down.
Yes, that's pretty much the golden rule when it comes to sweeping. If you miss the ball, it has got to hit some part of your body. Trying to sweep the ball from the off-stump line without covering the line of the ball missed, and well, the ball didn't miss his off-stump. 83 for 6.
Wishart on 1 streak as the new batsman. This is how the wicket fell.
Just a fraction of turn here for Sunil Joshi. The ball pitched off and hit off, just straightening enough to hit that off stump. Everyone's looking for that big sweep again, but not covering his stumps with any part of his body. Umpire had no decision to make. 2 for 2, Sunil Joshi. 10 balls bowled. 2 more to go to end his 2nd over. Heath Streak, the new batsman. He's a powerful hitter of the ball, Heath Streak, but at the same time he cannot afford to go out there and just try and hit a lot of boundaries at the moment. 6 wickets down at the end of this over. Still 24 overs to go. A long, long way to go. They have to try and bat through these 50 overs, Zimbabwe. Not in a very healthy position at 83 for 6.
Again, walking across the stumps, looking to play across the line. Got some bat on it.
Yes, they've struggled against the spinners, the Zimbabwean batsmen. They really haven't picked the gaps. It's almost like they premeditate where they're trying to get singles from, and if the ball's not there, they still try and play the shot. Creates a lot of trouble. Still a bat pad on the offside in the 33rd over. It's absolutely amazing. I don't see that too often. Again, you just see that one being played directly to the fielder. Just a little bit more of a delay and a little bit more angle of the bat, and you can get it wide of that fielder. It's just the placement hasn't quite been there for Zimbabwe. They really struggled all day. This one goes straight to the fielder instead of wide of him.
Yes, the Indians getting through their overs very quickly here. It's in the air, just wide of the man at mid-wicket. Should get a couple here comfortably. And those 2 runs bring up the 100 for Zimbabwe. They've lost 6 wickets in the bargain.
In fact, that last delivery is probably the perfect one to do it. I suppose when you're 102 for 6 and you attempt it and get out, you look a bit silly, but if you can just get a couple over there, it changes the game a little bit. At least it provides the fielding captain with a bit of food for thought.
Oh, he's gone over the top this time, and with good effect. 1 bounce over the ropes. So welcome boundary here for Zimbabwe, and that'll end the over. 106 for 6. You see journalists from all over the world here covering this event. Well, the speed at which he is typing there, he obviously believes that the match is already over. He's trying to file in as many words as possible. In the end, the batsman had to go back to his crease.
This is always one of those difficult ones. You're never quite sure what to do. You get in each other's way. I think people from Zimbabwe, he thought he'd got enough in his way not to take a run.
This time Streak will get a single, and Wishart will get the strike.
Well, very sad tale for Zimbabwe. Got off to quite a good start, 43 for the first wicket, but since then it's been downhill all the way, and no partnership to speak of at all. There you see them, 44 in fact for the first wicket, and now this is the second best partnership, these two. So that's where Zimbabwe lost their way. It's 109 for 6.
That's Ganguly. He's out in the deep. We haven't seen much of Ganguly bowling here. Different conditions, but in the Sahara Cup in Toronto, where there was movement for the seam bowlers, Ganguly played a very important part last year and this year with his medium pacers. But these are not the conditions. Different conditions, of course, demand different attributes. away, even without the timing that he was looking for. And there's that skidded throw back in from Tendulkar. 117 for 6 after 37. So there's the time here in Sharjah, just about 6 minutes past 5. Sun just beginning to lose its effect. And a lot of shouting and screaming out there. But you've got to be positive and got to be loud in your calling, whether to come for the second or not. They've already had that run out which caused the early collapse.
They thought there might have been 2 runs here because fielders on the onside were all on the boundary.
Good powerful blow. It hasn't quite gone all the way, but Heath Streak is a strong man, and that was well struck.
Zimbabwe need quite a few more of these. That was well hit. Made sure he got it in front of square, Heath Streak. There were 2 men out deep. One was behind square, one was much straighter. Now they have decided to have 3. Man has gone pretty much in that same position, deep mid-wicket.
Now let's see if they'll try for 2 here. Man's in too quickly. Gets in there with real pace. Jadeja. As you've been hearing, he and Robin Singh, he's very fast, Jadeja. With a lesser field it would have been 2, and they were hurrying that first run, looking for the second. By the time they had got to their respective ends, he was onto it. Every now and again we see batsmen, one coming down the same track as the other one. They managed to dodge each other there. But there have been famous occasions, or infamous occasions, if you care to put it that way, as they come back for 2 this time, in test matches where batsmen have collided in the middle. Most recent and the most painful being Matthew Elliott and Mark Waugh in Australia with the West Indies tour there a couple of years back. Put Elliott out for the remainder of the series with a strained ligament in the knee when they collided running between the wickets. Seen Gary Sobers and Charlie Davis also collide in the West Indies. Good over for Zimbabwe, 9 runs, 126 for 6. Well, there's the Indian coach in the middle with the sunglasses on, Anshuman Gaikwad, explaining, well, perhaps how they're going to win this one and go 2-0, as they say in the States. So some well-known Indian cricketers up there in that Hindi commentary box. Maninder Singh, the former left-arm spinner, and also Yashpal Sharma. Partnership of 46 now, the highest for the innings between Richard and Streak. 44 for the first wicket. Have to hurry here, but taking off very quickly, using those soft hands. Strong man, very quick takeoff.
Looked at one stage as if he would have been a bit of bother. Robin Singh, the fielder, not even bothering to throw the ball. He perhaps thought he would have gotten in.
Five runs in the over, so things picking up here for Zimbabwe as they need to. 131 for 6. There's an overview of the surrounds of the cricket stadium here in Sharjah. Not as much traffic as there sometimes is, but very busy here and in Dubai. Plenty of traffic on the roads. Certainly on Friday, big crowd here for the first match between India and Sri Lanka, as there should be again tomorrow when they play their second match against each other. Not that big tonight, certainly bigger than it was last night.
Yes, on the turn, and in! Yes.
That's that man Jadeja again, limiting them to just a single.
Very, very good save. And there's that other man on the opposite side, Robin Singh. That was well struck and would have gone for 4, I think. There's no backup. There is a long off, but there's no backup for him. Struck well enough to have got 4, instead just a single. Big hit. Going to go all the way. Back goes Srinath. But he couldn't go back far enough to prevent the 6 hit. That's the first 6 of the innings. Heath Streak has moved on to 35 with it.
Well, he has been threatening to do this for some time, Heath Streak, looking to get down the pitch. Finally did get there. Sunil Joshi pays for the penalty.
Both these men, good clean hitters of the ball, both strong, big men, and they certainly have given Zimbabwe a little bit of hope here with this partnership, now worth 57. He's taken him on once more. Srinath goes back, not far enough. So the second 6 of the innings, and a tremendous over for Zimbabwe with 15 runs off it. 146 for 6.
That is the ball that was changed earlier on, a couple of overs ago. Again, bursting at the seams. That is close, and that's out.
So umpire Javed Akhtar, for the second time, raises his finger. Very similar to the first leg before he gave, with the batsman sweeping off the bowling of Kumble. Missed the shot, so that Wishart goes, and a valuable partnership between these two finally ended.
I don't think there's any doubt about this decision. Hit him high up on the thigh, but as you notice, his knees are bent, right knee on the ground, and that certainly would have carried on and hit the stumps, and he was hit in line on this occasion. End of a good innings by Craig Wishart. It's 151 for 7, Zimbabwe.
So a very good stand between Heath Streak and Craig Wishart. Just broken there by Anil Kumble coming back for a new spell. 151 for 7, still 8.5 overs to go. New batsman is Paul Strang. Useful player, not the same strength, not the same power that we've seen from Streak and from Wishart. Here's the wicket.
Another delivery that has gone straight on, hasn't turned an inch. And I don't think there is any doubt that this ball would have carried on and hit the stumps. And it hit him in line with the stumps, not outside off stump.
So that's a rather innovative approach to trying to get or reward people that are doing the right thing on the road. Now we've shown you some nice buildings, and there's some wonderful others in this place as well. This is the Dubai Creek, And you can see some of the very modern buildings, office buildings and hotels. That looks like a helipad on the top of that building. So it's a very modern place, and those of you who haven't been to these parts, it's worth a visit. It really is. Some great shopping and a nice atmosphere, some good golf courses as well. Yes, as I said, the shopping very good, and a nice little ride down the Dubai Creek at sunset. Very good fun. Fishing in these parts are pretty good as well. So a tremendous contrast. You have the deserts not far away. You've got the creek, some nice lush green grass in some of the popular areas, one of which is this cricket ground. So she's been here since the start of play today. They're obviously enjoying their cricket.
Yes, they've attracted a lot of attention too.
Streak on 48 down the non-strikers. Enstrang is on strike. The last man out was Wishart. He was out LBW, bowled Kumble for 25 or 41. They put together quite a nice partnership, Streak and Wishart. 5 overs to go in this innings now.
Yes, he can be a pretty useful player for Zimbabwe in a situation like this. He always looks to improvise, Paul Strang. He's all over the place in a situation like this.
I think that is an example of it. Just for a second he looked as if he was going to run backwards, and then he came back into line, but it was a good ball. There's nothing much you can do about those Yorkers. You can run anywhere you want.
Yes, he'll do literally everything to distract the bowler, but Ajit Agarkar doing the right thing. Situation like this, when the batsman's moving all over the place, it's important that the bowler doesn't lose his concentration because of that. He's focused on the line he's going to bowl and the length.
So fine leg up into the circle now. And mid-on on the boundary. In the air. Oh, he's dropped it. Well, just for a second, I thought that might have been a catch as well. Well, it might have been one that was taken. Kumble's done pretty well. So that's Streak's 50, and he's played very well too. And what's more, it's his best score ever.
Yes, a fine knock. He's at least made a match of this. When he came into bat, Zimbabwe were in dire straits. Not that they've fully recovered at this stage, but at least they've got 162 runs on the board.
Well, that's well bowled as well. He's got that Yorker just drifting in a little bit. Not easy to get away.
Yes, this was firmly struck, and Kumble is a tall man. Did well to stretch out to this. Got in fact 2 hands to it. Not quite able to hold on to it. Not easy. Came out flat. Came out hard. Good effort. Really has been a marked improvement in the Indian fielding, at least in this game.
Off the middle of the bat, and I think they'll be looking for 2, certainly coming back a couple of yards, but as Ravi Shastri has pointed out, the fielding's been good.
I think Agarkar too doing a good job. He's showing to one and all that he's a quick learner. He's already the fastest to 50 in one-day international cricket.
Yes, he's looking to bowl Yorkers, isn't he? And that's in the air, way down towards square leg. It's going to run over the boundary down there, I'd say. Is it going to be cut off? Yes, well done. That was almost, oh, and what a good throw, right over the bails.
Yes, he's having a very good tournament, Nikhil Chopra. He's bowled beautifully today. And a good piece of fielding here in the deep. First to stop it from going over the line. And then a very good throw right on top of the stumps at the bowler's end.
Yes, you can't do much better than that, can you? I think that was the bowler there saying perhaps he'd come just a little bit squarer. He might have been able to catch that one. Oh, well bowled again. The trouble is you can't have them everywhere. And that's the end of the over. It's 168 for 7. And, meanwhile, the lights really taking over here, and that's the situation. Streak has played beautifully for 54. He's the top scorer by a long way. And now he's getting some support from Strang with just 2 to go. 2 batsmen, that is. And 4 overs. And there's an example of that little compromise, backing away, just chopping it down to third man. Sensible batting, give it to the man who's obviously seeing it really well.
Yes, he's in his final over now, and Srinath looking to follow the batsman at this stage, because the batsmen are looking to give themselves room outside the leg stump and try and hit him on the offside. 9 overs before this for 30 runs.
That's Farhana Iqbal watching the cricket. Oh, well played. That's nicely hit square of the wicket for 4. That's a very good shot. Well, he's strong, isn't he? And he's middling a few of them now as well.
Yes, this is a very good shot. Not easy to dispatch a low full toss, but he got plenty of bat on this one. Heat streak, gave himself room, and he placed it nicely square of the wicket on the offside. As he bends down low and gets enough bat on that one for it to race away to the boundary line. That's what Zimbabwe need at this stage.
Yeah, that is a very good shot. The field is really spread out now. Another single to the total. They'll probably come in just a little bit for Strang. But that's his performance so far in his career. 64 matches, an average of 21. Just the 150, and that's this one.
Yes, couldn't have come at a better time for Zimbabwe.
Oh, that's well played too. He's got that one away down towards square leg. He certainly is managing to give his partner as much strike as he possibly can. Now, the offside field is quite interesting. He's been looking to get his 4s away in the direction of the fielders down there. They've got one at third man, but the ones that will come into play are those two men, one at deep mid-off and one almost square of the wicket on the offside. And there's a third man down there as well. Alistair Campbell, the captain, watching this. Oh, that's high in the air. This will take some catching. Who's going to catch it? That's the question. It's... Oh, yes, well taken. That went up miles. That was very well taken. Ganguly, I think the picture tells the story. It was up for a long, long time, and there was no one there to help him.
Yes, this was a skyer, to say the least. But in the end, a very good catch by Ganguly. So fine innings from Heat Streak coming to an end. It's really given Zimbabwe some total to bowl at. And this one went up miles in the air. And have a look at Ganguly. It was always going to be his catch. And he keeps his eyes on the ball right till the very end. That's why even when it got away from him, he could still manage to catch it. That's a very good effort in the end. So streak dismissed after a fine knock, and Zimbabwe now 175 for 8.
Soweto Branders is the new batsman, and that is a good delivery first up, but what a good catch it was. That's the end of the over, actually. Score on 175 for 8. But just have a quick look at this as it goes way up in the air. And then down it comes, and, well taken. He watched it, almost watched it right into his hands. So that's the end of the over, 175 for 8. That's a slow little leg cutter. He tends to bowl his little medium-paced leg cutters, or try to bowl them, and he can mix those up with leg spinners and also off spinners. Got to keep an eye on his hand here.
Well, he'll dish out everything now, Tendulkar. Brandis can strike the cricket ball hard.
As he keeps it up, they won't be able to get underneath him.
Yes, Tendulkar did bowl the last over against the Sri Lankans and gave away just 3 runs.
Oh, they've asked the question. Well, there was a bit of noise. I suppose the bat would have hit the ground. Nicely taken by Mongia, though.
Yes, there might have just been an edge, but the ball bounced after that. No, nothing. That's why he's so good, Tendulkar. He keeps mixing it up. You've seen a Yorker, you've seen a full toss, a slow full toss, a slow delivery on this occasion. Well, he has the variety, there's no doubt about that.
Yes, you'd settle for this. So far, just 3 singles off the over, and he's only got 1 to go. You should think that you'll find that Brandis will be pretty well winding up now. If he manages to just concede 1 here, he would be happy about that. Brandis will be going for the big one. And he's hit that one, Miles. It's going, well, no, he's going to be caught. He's on the boundary. Oh! He took it too easily, and Sachin will be furious about that. Jadeja down there, dropping a straightforward catch. That's not very clever. 182 for 8. Oh, good shot. He's hit that. This could be out. No, over the top. Good shot. I think that's gone all the way for 6. He's hit that one right off the middle of the bat. Well, it's all started to happen now.
Oh, this is a terrific shot. Told you can hit the cricket ball hard. Now that was very well struck. Jadeja might just be wondering if he'd taken that catch, Brandis would have been back in the hut.
That one's put down as well, although that would have been a bit of a miracle catch. Back for the second. In comes the throw down the far end. This is the last delivery. Finger on it, and that's all.
Again, that was really firmly hit. So Brandis now throwing his bat at everything.
Stumps all over the place, right up and dead straight. That's good bowling. Very good bowling. That's the place to bowl at the end of an innings. You get him up there in the block hole. It's hard for batsmen to get him away. So a good effort, that one from Brandis. Bowled by Agarkar for 11 off only 7 balls.
Yes, the perfect Yorker. Middle and leg stump right up there. Brandis had given himself too much of room. Missed it altogether and is now walking back to the pavilion. Zimbabwe have lost another wicket. Their 9th, 190 for 9.
So Andrew Whittle is the new batsman. He's the last of them. Oh, what a good shot. Well, he swept him. What a good shot that was.
Well, it just seemed as if he anticipated that delivery from Agarkar. He knew that he would be trying the Yorker, but still you got to play it properly, and he's played that very well. He's used Agarkar's pace and placed it wide of that man at short fine leg. It's a very good shot for a number 11.
Right, well, that takes it to 195. Almost going to hit that 200 mark. 2 balls to go. Get them to 196. Right, let's have another look at that Yorker. Very good Yorker, this one. Just swung in a little bit too. There's nothing you can do about that. Look at the bails fly in all directions. And our stump camera, you watch its reaction. Oh, it hung in there pretty well. Brander's out for 11, and the bail eventually did come down. Just outside off stump, and oh, this is going to get him. Oh, he's got him. I think that's out. Yes, he's given. That's out. They were going to go for a single, then changed their mind, and that's the end of the innings. So the Zimbabweans have taken their score to 196. Well, they started well, and then things went badly for them for a while, but they recovered strongly.
Yes, they'll be happy with the score in the end. Trying to sneak a bye here. Going for that single, sent back by the non-striker. Man Mongia took his time and made no mistake with the throw. So Strang short of his ground. That's the end of the Zimbabwe innings. And they've recovered well, one would imagine, to reach a score of 196. At least it gives the bowlers some total to bowl at. But it's been a good performance by the Indians. I think Mohammad Azharuddin, the captain, would be very happy with this effort. He won the toss and sent